All right, ladies and gentlemen, time for the main event of the evening. For the second consecutive Labor Day in a row, an 8-woman War Games match this year, the Future Endeavor set to face Team RWL, this year's team. American Powers, Patty Powers, Liberty Bell, Danielle Heathcote, Dione the Titaness, and Dynamite Jeannie Parker. And with everything that's happened, this year's War Games is an even bigger deal than last year's with the bell counts.
The official rules on the bottom right of your screen, and on the top left, a brief recap of just a handful of the violence that's brought us to this match, with Dakota Kai leading Carmella, Blair Davenport and Gigi Dolan into battle against Patty Powers, Liberty Bell Danielle, Dione the Titaness, and Dynamite Jeannie Parker in this amazing main event War Games match.
This is a first for Jeannie Parker. I don't think we've ever seen her do anything crazier than maybe a steel cage match that I can ever remember.
Can't remember something that never happened, Christy. And Jeannie Parker has never done any steel cage or hardcore type matches in all her years with RWL. It's just never been her style.
Look up her Record Yourself, and you'll see where Jeannie excels is with standard rules one-on-one matches, stretching to best of 3 falls if she's feeling ambitious. And it's always big-name stars she competes against. For Jeannie Dynamite to step out of her wheelhouse, her comfort zone, is pretty gutsy of the women's world champion, who's standing up against a future endeavored and their bad intentions.
Yeah, well, Team RWL has a fantastic team. Well, the Future Endeavors, led by Dakota Kai, are the center of attention, the crux of the problem here at this situation. And now we're sitting up here looking at this gigantic cage, Dakota Kai, wondering what the hell's going on. So I don't think she's ever been in one of these. Unbelievable. What a lineup, what a match.
Some people are not going home the way they came here tonight, and some of them we won't see next week. And that lovely 80s new wave retread can only mean one thing. Powerhouse Patty in the house, the women's Gulf Coast champion, still the ladies legends champion, is carrying one less belt now. The women's world tag team champions now in the possession of power and beauty that we've seen earlier tonight. But Patty turning her attention to a major problem involving the Future Endeavors. And this match has been cooking for weeks, months even. Quite some time this match has been brewing, basically since the arrival of Dakota Kai, accompanied by Blair Davenport and Carmella, and then eventually Gigi Dolan as well.
Looks like the advantage at the start goes to Team RWL, because Dakota Kai ain't gonna last too long locked alone in a cage with Patty Powers.
With Carmella, Blair Davenport, and Gigi Dolan out of reach for a while. That poor kid. Yeah, I know that ain't no poor kid.
That's right, Wally. She's anything but a poor kid. Here's the bell. Here we go. Dakota Kai with Patty Powers up over the shoulders. Drives a knee into the head of Patty. Patty already stunned and laid out. Dakota Kai with a double boot stomp to the gut of Patty Powers. That ain't a good way to start things off. Dakota Kai whips her to the ropes. Nice spinning arm drag. Dakota rounds up Patty Powers again, whips her to the corner, and there's a monkey talk.
Powerhouse Patty and Liberty Bell Danielle both going into this match just days after their loss of the women's tag belts to Power and Beauty is still heavy in the air for American Powers. You know, there's a lot of fans and your armchair wrestling experts that have expressed concern that the loss of the belts could have had a negative impact on the team. Not an out-and-out split, but as possible strain between the partners has been suggested. But it could all just be tinfoil hat conspiracy theory malarkey.
I'll tell you what ain't malarkey. Patty Powers is getting monkey tossed around pretty good by Dakota Kai here. Followed up with a kick to the back. Powerhouse Patty started off strong, but she is starting to fade quick here. Dakota Kai off the top turnbuckle with an elbow drop. Man. Well, it's just these two, and so far it's already been explosive. Dakota Kai with a spinning kick. The Patty Powers takes her down. She looks to be in a little bit of pain here. Let's just have to wait and see who's coming up next. Can't be too much longer now. Dakota Kai holding her own against Patty Powers so far. Patty counters the whip. Pitches Dakota into the next ring.
Countdown time, and I can't wait to see who's coming in next. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And it's Carmella. Yes, Carmella making her way to the cage. And Patty's about to be in a 2-on-1 situation until the cavalry rides to the rescue here.
And that could take a couple of minutes.
Well, just at the moment, Patty Powers in control of Dakota Kai. But that condition is about to change with the arrival of Carmella. And sooner or later, the numbers game's gonna catch up with Patty. Patty in the corner, and here it is, the numbers game starting to catch up already. As Dakota Kai regains control of things, Carmella standing by to assist. Dakota Kai pitched into the other ring by Patty Powers. Carmella misses with her kick. Patty Powers gets a hold of Carmella. Escorts her to the corner. Powerhouse Patty gets a hold of, pitches Carmella out to the other side, gets a hold of Dakota Kai, whips her into the corner again. Here's a running splash. Patty Powers rebounding quickly here, gets a hold of Dakota Kai, has her all the way up, crashing vertical suplex from Powerhouse Patty. Carmella rolls her up, delivers a kick to the face of Patty Powers. Patty Powers battling valiantly here against two opponents as she awaits the arrival of one of her partners. Who knows who that's going to be? Could be Dione the Titaness, could be Liberty Belle Danielle, could be Jeannie Parker. The suspense is palpable, as we said earlier, Tex.
Yeah, well, she's waiting. Not doing too badly for herself either. Holding her own against Dakota Kai and Carmella. Dakota Kai catches a kitchen sink knee from Powerhouse Patty as the countdown begins for the next arrival. It's 1 second away, and let's see who it's going to be.
It's alright, Patty got two new teammates. Dione the Titaness is coming down.
Down wrestles handicap matches for fun. This must be like a Sunday school picnic for Madame Snoo-Snoo.
The 6'5", 265-pound Amazon enters the cage. Oh, man. Meanwhile, Carmella and Dakota Kai working on Patty Powers, but now Dakota turns her attention to Dione. A series of kicks puts the Titaness on the canvas. Dakota Kai and Carmella maybe going to team up here, try to take Dione down. We're going to need at least two more people. Not doing badly, but Dione's very hard to take down and keep down. Oh, man. Meanwhile, Patty Powers seated in the corner in the lower right of your screen, catching a breather. Probably well needed, too. Patty gets a hold of Dakota Kai. Pitches her between the rings. Meanwhile, Dione the Titaness going to work on Carmella. Right now, it looks like Team RWL in control of things. The Titaness scaling the cage, makes her way all the way up to the tippy top. Oh man, must have changed her mind about the high risk maneuver. I know I'd probably be nervous up there too. Meanwhile, Patty Powers and Dakota Kai, the two that started this one out, still going at it. Dione the Titaness and Carmella working on each other at the present time. We've still got ladies in those cages up at the top. Oh man, here comes another one. Time's running out. 5 seconds to go. Let's see. Look at this. Carmella climbing the top of the cage here. What's she got in mind? And look at this. Blair Davenport coming down. Oh wow. Carmella off the top of the cage takes down Dione the Titaness. Blair Davenport just joined the fray. Oh man, the chiropractor to Patty Powers. That ain't good.
It seems, Tex, the tides have started to turn with the arrival of Blair Davenport.
Yeah, Patty's getting knocked around pretty good too.
This is frustrating, knowing that Liberty Bell Danielle and Jeannie Dynamite are still just waiting to get in there and do their fair share of damage to the future Endeavor. This War Games match has a lot in common with last year's, but most notably, maybe, would be that, like the Bell Council last year, this year's opponents to Team RWL is another fearsome foursome.
Blair Davenport goes air on Patty Powers again.
I don't know, the title battle is starting to look a little bit more balanced to me. What say you, Myron? It's starting to look a little bit more balanced, yes. With the addition of Blair Davenport and Liberty Bell, things changed up a little bit. We'll see when the next couple of entrants get in there.
I'm sorry we cut you off, Christy. What was that you were saying about fearsome foursomes?
Another fearsome foursome of trouble-making upstarts, who ended up getting more than enough of the ladies' locker room hating them that it ended the same this year as last. You gotta wonder if this will become an annual tradition. Ooh, Tex, you have the power. You should totally make it happen. Talk it over with Big Herc. See what he thinks. I just think a Fall Brawl War Games match every Labor Day would be badass is all.
Damn, Christy, you sure do make it sound tempting.
3 seconds until the next entrant. Who's it gonna be? The cage opens, it's Liberty Bell Danielle.
Tex, it's Danielle. Yes, it is. Oh, man, I feel bad for them people in there. She is in the worst mood. That's losing the Women's World Tag Team Championship. Look at this. Going right away. Under the ring. Comes up with a trash can. Throws that in there. Oh, wait a minute. She's not even done yet. She's going back under the ring. Comes up with a kendo stick. Meanwhile, Patty Powers turns it around on Blair Davenport with a slam. Gets a hold of Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai. Look at this. Doing some directing traffic here. As Patty Powers is taking down Dione, delivers a backbreaker to Dakota Kai. Big D. Off the ropes, misses with the elbow drop. Danielle goes to work on Carmella. They're going to pay her back for them chair shots. Oh man, this one's going to be tough. Look at this. Unbelievable. It's just so crazy I can't even try to keep up with it all.
We knew this one was going to erupt into total chaos, given everything that's happened before tonight. The future Endeavored abusing their opponents, getting attacked for it by just about everyone from the lowest rookie to the women's world champion. Fact is, no one on the future Endeavored side is even at anything like 100%. To be fair, neither are Patty or Danielle, but they're still in far better condition for this matchup.
That's true. They haven't taken that same kind of knocking around the future Endeavor has been getting.
Oh, look at this. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote climbing to the top of the cage. Getting ready to play a little daredevil antics here. Here we go. Oh, well, now. He did not land. Oh, and caught a face buster, too. And Carmella. Danielle Heathcote laid out. Took a hell of a drop off the top of the cage. Gigi Dolan. Spinning out Patty Powers. Down the tetanus. Still having her share of trouble with Dakota Kai. Look at this. Again, Dakota Kai switches it around on Dione. Blair Davenport goes coming to her senses on the other side of the ring all by herself. Gigi Dolan with a candlestick. Danielle seated in the corner. She really did take quite a spill. Blair Davenport with that trash can. Deciding where she's going. Oh man, just crashed Dione's head right off the rim of it. That is pretty nasty. Dione having her share of trouble. And there's just maybe a few too many people in there. She keeps getting up. She keeps getting jumped by big numbers. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote goes to work on Blair Davenport, catches a kendo stick from Dakota Kai. Now Blair Davenport with the kendo stick. Danielle catches a series of kicks from Dakota Kai. Down she goes. Dakota climbs the cage. And if you got in mind, there's an elbow drop right off the top. So Liberty Bell Danielle. Gigi Dolan climbing the cage as another entrant prepares to come in. Whole lot of bodies laying around out there, ain't there, Dandy Don? Most certainly there are. The carnage is obvious as the cage is open. And here comes the Queen, the Women's World Champion, the sexy soul sister of the Squared Circle Dynamite, Jeannie Parker, going under the ring at once and rounding up some toys for this first ever hardcore matchup for the Women's World Champion, the 7-year champion. And she has rounded up some weapons and she's getting ready to go.
And so with the arrival of Jeannie Parker and that bell, War Games is now officially underway.
It erupts with Dione working on Blair Davenport, Gigi Dolan working on Jeannie Parker, and Carmella spreading herself thin between Liberty Bell and Patty Powers. But Patty ready with a comeback shot to Carmella.
And Jeannie Dynamite with a pile driver on Gigi Dolan. Oh man.
Yes, Sir Tex, this one's gotten too chaotic to even attempt to keep up with. All the animosity has come straight to the surface, with these ladies gleefully attempting to maim and injure one another. I guess sometimes it's the only way to settle some of these disputes.
Patty Powers nails Carmella with a power slam. It's a regular 3-ring circus in there.
It has gotten quite a bit out of control, hasn't it, Myron? Oh man. Patty Powers rounds up Carmella. Blair Davenport working on Dione the Titaness. Jeannie Dynamite in control of Gigi Dolan. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote with a chair looking to swing it on somebody. Danielle Heathcote definitely in a bad mood. And here we go, swinging for the fences on Gigi Dolan, swinging for the fences on Carmella, swinging on the fences to Gigi Dolan. Anything with a pulse. Jeannie Dynamite is going to work on Carmella, but Danielle Heathcote looking to pick up that chair and swing on somebody else. Dione the Titaness with an elbow drop off the top rope to Gigi Dolan. Blair Davenport with an elbow drop to Dione. There's a cover. Oh well, it came awful close to ending right there. But nope, not so far. Patty Powers takes Gigi Dolan halfway across the room. Blair Davenport catches a suplex with a possible pin here. Only a 2 pin. Dione the Titaness. Back to a standing position here. Dakota Kai goes after her. Inverted DDT. Blair Davenport being escorted by Liberty Bell Danielle. Dakota Kai goes after Danielle. Russian leg sweep on her. Patty Powers decides against a high-risk maneuver. Dynamite Jeannie Parker gets a hold of Gigi Dolan. Has her up, slams her down. Patty makes her way to the more active other side of the ring. Slams down. Dakota Kai goes after Blair Davenport. Davenport goes behind on Patty. Jeannie Dynamite pitches Carmella to the other side. Gigi Dolan is probably gone. Probably eating the bread of life of Jesus right about now, man. Wow. No, she's alright. She's alive. Jeannie Dynamite slams down Carmella. Goes after Blair Davenport too. Liberty Bell Danielle looking to get a hold of Dakota Kai, and she does. Takes her down into a possible ankle lock, but the match is only winnable by pinfall. The only thing she can do is hurt the opponent. Dione slams Gigi Dolan down. Blair Davenport going after Jeannie Dynamite. Patty Powers back in the fray. A drop kick. Gets caught up from behind by Carmella. Here's a possible turn. Liberty Bell Danielle breaking that up. A sleeper hold on Blair Davenport. Dione taken down. Dynamite Jeannie Parker going after anything that moves. Well, this one has definitely gotten out of control. Jeannie Dynamite Moves in on GB Dolan Dion. Holding up Blair Davenport for that long stalling vertical suplex, and she's definitely got it going. There it is. Oh, now Jeannie Parker covers. 1, 2. Dion covers. Oh no, Patty Powers. Well, that is it. It is all over. Get out. Shut up. Team RWL picking up an impressive win over the Future Endeavored in this War Games matchup. Unbelievable. What a performance from these 4 championship ladies.
And how about Jeannie Parker, last woman in, picks up the pinfall win for the team.
But hey, another year, another War Games, but another win for Team RWL. And everybody's taking their big victory hug. But what the? Shut up.
Mercedes Moné. She's the one. She is the one that's behind the Future Endeavor. We've been hearing about it. It's got to be her.
Obviously. Well, look at everybody. They can't believe it. Mercedes Moné, the CEO 8 Belts Moné, one of the most obnoxious lady wrestlers on the planet, clearly behind the Future, and I just don't believe it.
Nor do I. I'm not really surprised. But what can I tell you? But what the hell? It just means it'll be more stuff happening later.
And you'll be there to book it all.
Of course, that's my job.
It has certainly been a memorable supercard. As always, we try to pull out all the stops to make them exceptional, and we do hope you enjoy the classic wrestling presentation of RWL Wrestling. Ladies and gents, that's it for this supercard, and as always, a big thank you to all our fans, viewers, subscribers, and guests who have helped this channel grow to nearly 700 subscribers and over 5,700 videos available for your entertainment. If you haven't already, we encourage you like and subscribe our content, so you'll always know when the latest matches and shows drop. We've got a little time left here, and we'd like to use it to thank some of our top commenters. Danielle Gross 2,248, JV 5,912, and Luis Villarreal 2,264 for their regular engagement with the channel. We cannot thank you enough. Okay, next RWL show is this Saturday, September 6th, with the season premiere of Snarl from Liverpool. Then on Monday the 8th, the season premiere of Rage.
You handled that most admirably, Wally. Wow. I mean, I love the way he does his stuff. Alright, folks, that is going to do it for the Labor Day Slamathon. As Wally pointed out, thank you all very much for being with us. We'll be back on Saturday, September 6th, with RWL Snarl, me, Wally, GB. But thank you to the gang from Rage for being with us tonight. Thank you for being with us tonight, and we will see you on Saturday. On behalf of everybody here at RWL, Hangman Takes Lynch saying thank you and good night.